What up, what up, what up? All right, welcome everybody. What's going on? It is your boy, back at it again with some more vintage cube, more drafts. Yeah, I mean, we did some yesterday. We did pretty well. We got some trophies. One to be specific. I guess that wouldn't be the plural term. It would be singular. But yeah, we're looking at a good deck. I drafted another deck off stream. Let's go ahead and take a look at it here. The vintage cube is coming to an end, but still getting those trophies. Yeah, we got a little bit of a red blue through the breach style deck. It's got some good artifacts in it. Got a piece of power. I feel like it's got kind of a tempo game plan as a backup. Some cards I'm not sure about, of like upheaval. Could definitely see an argument for playing that card. It's possible that I should just cut the Nahiri and like go like upheaval as another top end. And we've got some cool cards in the sideboard. I almost drafted Kiki Jiki, but I ended up not getting it. So I was just like, whatever, you know, like I'll just go for this. Just this Is It Through the Breach deck, which Through the Breach is one of my favorite archetypes. It's like just so super and easy and almost always free. Unlike blue, which is almost always contested, which is why I try to stay out of it, but this time around it worked out. So, but yeah, let's get into some games. I'm not quite sure if I want to end up playing upheaval or not. Like I kind of want to cut Nahiri for upheaval. But we'll see. Like just cut the white splash like all together. We do have Azorius Signet, but we also have like Ragavan, which can make tokens. You know, before we start, I'm gonna do that actually. We're gonna bring in upheaval. And 3, 6, 7, 3, 6, 7, 8. So maybe bring in Mountain. There we go. I think upheaval deserves a spot, especially with like Grim Monolith in our deck. I mean, we might be able to make something cool happen with that card. I don't know. It's like basically a decent backup game plan, I feel like. I considered also just like cutting the Through the Breach plan altogether, because it is kind of awkward with only 2 creatures to really breach in or sneak attack in. But I think it can work, especially because we have so many ways to like just churn through cards in our deck. And I mean, we also have bribery too, so we just have some cards that just are outright winning the game. I saw a screenshot the other day of someone who got like a bribery cast on them, and their opponent failed to find because they didn't have any creatures in their deck. I thought that was pretty funny. I don't think that's ever happened to me before, but that would be a rough one. Especially because bribery is just such a free win sometimes. Like, you just go and find, like, that one of Eldrazi Titan in their deck, or, like, their Grizzlebrand or something dumb. I almost had a Tinker deck in addition to Through the Breach and Sneak Attack. If I could have gotten a decent artifact to tinker into, I think I might have played it. But I didn't see Blightsteel Colossus, and I only saw Sundering Titan once. Forget what I picked over it, but it was something important. Tomorrow, I'm going to be doing some core set drafts on Magic Arena. So we'll change things up a little bit from there. I know, like, playing on Moto and its antiquated look can sometimes get a little old, but I love me some Moto, even if it is a terrible program. It's just like the closest thing to like physical magic that you can get, really, and everyone I think craves that. I've been seeing a lot of posts lately about Vegas and like people going, so it seems like the Star City Games event was mostly a success. I saw some pictures of it and stuff, and it looked pretty well run. I was impressed with how they put everything together. Looked pretty safe. Hand's okay, aside from obviously missing the red source. But it has a sneak attack and Ulamog in it. Yeah, I guess I'll keep it. This hand is a good example of why like Thoughtseize is good, I feel like. Alright, let's see what our opponent's on. Thought they were gonna Thoughtseize me. I was about to be perturbed. Looking like we might land the sneak attack next turn. I drew a mountain there. I would consider playing the Jace, and I probably would. This might actually get dazed. Okay, it didn't. That's good. Only have to play around like Daze and Force of Will. I think Force of Negation is not in this cube anymore, so that's good. But it is in like the Legacy cube and I think another one. Or maybe it is, I'm tripping. Some of these cubes like all kind of run together, and WotC doesn't really do a very good job of like posting them. Oh, this seems like an obvious like bounce spell here. Do we just play Jace first and see if we can get our opponent to react? I think we can pretty easily just put the lands on top. Let's put, okay, yeah. They're like, I'm not gonna sit here while you think about this, bro. Okay, so we're playing against like some kind of just blue-black control deck, essentially. And they saw our game plan. They saw we're on sneak attack. If I wanted to like Galaxy Brain this sideboard, I could like take out the sneak attack stuff and bring in like Sulfuric Vortex and like Soulscar Mage and Magda, light up the stage, and go for like a burn plan. But I don't necessarily think I have to. I made it a point not to play Commit to Memory in this deck because I don't think this is the type of deck where I'm sitting back and countering stuff. with that said, I don't quite know if there's anything I want to bring in here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and bring it on back. I do think they might be playing cards like whatever the ninjutsu guy's name is. I forget his name. The zombie. I think they're playing him. I think they're just playing like kind of like a blue-black flash deck or something. And this hand's not that good. We are on the draw. Does have a signet and sneak attack. I'll hang on to it. I don't know what kind of like hand hate they're playing or anything like that. I don't want to mull too low. Okay. Vampiric Tutor, you got it. That will have a turn 2 play, probably. No? Okay. Wonder if they went and got a counter spell. If they did, we'll play our Azorius Signet first. They're gonna counter it. We'll have them counter the worst one. Nope. No counter spell. Makes me wonder what this is. What did you go and get with Vampiric Tutor? Now I'm like confused. That's a bad draw. I'm just playing Izzet Signet. That way if we get like upheaval, it's just better this way. I wonder if they're on like Storm or something weird. Walking Ballista for 1. To me, this says Tinker. I'm not quite sure though. X twice, right? Yeah. I can do math. You know, if they had shot me in the face in response, then I would have had to have killed him, I think. That's how that works, because I would have to, I still probably would have taken it, though. But I'm cool with them letting me keep it. Oh, yeah. I was just about to say, if I could just draw Ulamog or something here, that would be lights out. Uh-oh. They didn't even want to see what I had? Come on. I might not have had anything. Their hand must have been really bad. Their deck was like... I'm not going to say anything bad about it, but like... I don't understand the Walking Ballista. It kind of just seemed like a random bunch of cards. A little bit. Which I've definitely been there. When they played Walking Ballista, I just assumed they were going to play Tinker the following turn, so I definitely wanted to get that out of there. I was fortunate to draw the Fling Tongue Kavu. Or Yearling, or whatever his name is. Kavu's the big one. 4-mana one. I have to get my Facebook notifications to chime, because like at the moment they don't. I feel like that's a foul in me. I am going to post an invite to the Discord so you guys have it. And I'm going to post it in all chats here. If you guys are looking to join an awesome group of people, we are always welcoming new people onto the community Discord. I'm going to post it in the chat just so you guys have it. Recently opened it up to everybody just for, you know, people to kind of just share memes, play games together, chill. And yeah, just kind of build up this community a little bit. It's been awesome. Like, it's been a really cool journey. Like, just streaming more. I think I'm streaming like on average 5 days a week now. I try to do something like on the weekends, but we're gonna start to get some YouTube videos kicked off. So that way we can start spreading the content out on YouTube as well. And yeah, it's just a matter of like kind of making time for it. And I definitely feel like that could be done on Saturdays. This hand is pretty close, but unfortunately I'm gonna have to toss it back. I'm being realistic, but it's almost there. This one's good. I want to keep all of my cards, honestly. What if we toss back a mountain? Would that be bad? A little greedy because then it makes it to where like we can't cast Yearling, but it'll be all right. If they don't play a creature, we'll dash in Ragavan next turn, and they play Thalia. Well, that sucks. I want these cards. Go top, top, just in case they have that 3-drop guy. We don't want to get our lightning bolt taken. Go for it. It looks like we're playing against like mono white hate bears. Oh, okay. If we bolt here, we can play Ragavan too. Kind of like that play. Our next card, I believe, is an island, if I'm not mistaken. So then we can Flametongue Yearling for 2 instead of... Yeah, I think that's just correct. And put this card in the graveyard, the island that is. Or maybe I just want the island on top, but it would put a, it would make it 3 card types. Or 4 card types, rather. Let's go with that. Nothing instills fear like old Ragavan. Mm-hmm. Unless we play another creature. Okay, sure. I think we're gonna get this one. Next turn we can cast Bribery. Go and get their best creature. I'm assuming... No, I don't know if they play like Elish Norn or something like that. I'm gonna assume it's just gonna be like a Sun Titan or something, maybe. Restoration Angel would be cool too, because then we could bounce the, if they play Restoration Angel, we could bounce the Flame Tongue Kavu. Flame Tongue Yearling. Keep calling it Kavu. That's the 4-mana one that deals, I think, 2 to a creature. Maybe it's 4. Alice Jailer, targeting Channeler, I'm assuming. There's our Ragavan. See what you got in there. Got an Archangel Avacyn, which would be pretty cool. It did have Restoration Angel. They also have Solitude, which would... Well, that doesn't quite work out for us. Avacyn, I think, is just too good to pass up. They have to chump block here or give us the Monarch. They might have a removal spell for Avacyn, which is going to kind of suck a little bit, but... Because then that would have made a good argument to pick Solitude, but we'll see. Council's Judgment, alright. Yep. That's unfortunate. We were pretty close to winning that game, but the removal spell definitely change things. I'm assuming they probably already had that one in hand. It's interesting they didn't just play it in Ultimate, but it didn't matter anyway at the end of the day. Alright, so we're playing against just a pretty typical, like, mono white deck. This could be a argument to bring in Nahiri, our splash card, but I think I'm gonna save it. I think I'm fine without it. Stormcaller is decent. We can use it to like double cast an Unholy Heat or a Lightning Bolt or Chain Lightning. I kind of like the idea of that. Getting like the most value out of our cards. I don't know how good Upheaval will be, I'll be honest. Especially with them having like so many ETBs and stuff. So I could definitely see bringing in like Seagate, Stormcaller instead. Yeah, babe. Okay, I mean, we can check it out. Thinking about cutting this Upheaval. I don't know. Stormcaller is, well, It's kind of mana intensive with Thalia out, but I think it's fine. Yeah, let's hang on to this one. It's slow, but it'll get there. The question is, do we just let them level that up next turn? I'm like not super pressed to kill that right now. Yeah, especially if they play a Thalia, that's really what I was saving it for. So, definitely rewarded there. Of course, then we draw Muldrifter. Sure. There we go. Do we play Muldrifter? I think so. There we go. God, Ragavan's so dumb, isn't it? Yep. No attack. Oh yeah, because of Ragavan. Makes sense. We could go get their Solitude and just exile this thing. But we'll do that next turn if they decide to keep it, which I'm assuming they have to. They might just like, I don't know, destroy 2 plane. Oh no, they're destroying their creature. I guess it makes sense. They're gonna draw some cards off of it, so. Alright, take 12. Yep. I am gonna go ahead and assume you want to take bribery. Well, we got our Cold Select back. I'm now realizing Dragon Rage Channeler and Eldrazi Titans are kind of a nombo. Did I just play Ragavan here just to be more mana efficient? I think I do. I could dash it into play, they would be forced to block. I don't know. Maybe that's the line. If we draw a land though, we'll be in good shape. Alright, there goes Ragavan. Okay. Do we actually want to keep Ragavan on top? I feel like I don't know, maybe it's fine. Honestly, let's just get Palace Jailer. That's cute. Wow. That's unfortunate. Why wouldn't they take Kozilek there, I wonder? That's kind of weird, right? Kind of weird. I don't know if I want to use this Chain Lightning yet. Because if I draw... I have a few draws that make this Chain Lightning lethal. No, you do not have a removal spell for this. Oh, that's annoying. Oh, man, we were so close. I thought about playing Narset there, but... Unfortunate. This would be a good opportunity to have, like, fucking... whatever that 2-mana card that deals 2 damage to everything. We do not have that card in our deck. RIP, dude. The worst. Ugh, that was terrible. We're actually pretty close to hard casting that Kozilek too. But oh well. They played it well. They didn't give us like very many good bribery targets, so it's probable that I should have just boarded out bribery and kept in upheaval. Because during the end there, I can definitely see an argument for upheaval, especially when I'm like super behind. So I don't think I'm going to be boarding that out in this next game, unless I'm playing against like Storm or something. But it is all good. Guys, we do, I do stipulation drafts as well if you're ever interested. If you just don't feel like doing a draft yourself, you want to sit back in the passenger seat for a little bit and chill. If it's something that you just want to test out, you don't want to spend the money or whatever, the play points, we do stipulation drafts for subs and donors. Obviously never required. I just appreciate you guys spending your Wednesday night with me. But if that is something you're interested in, it is always available when we stream Magic the Gathering drafts. Appreciate you guys always hanging out and lurking. Man, I can't believe J-Bro, well, actually I can believe it, but I can't believe he has 55 fucking trophies. That's insane. Compared to my 5. I should, like, Photoshop a 5 onto it. Be like, I'm catching up. Just add a 5. Yeah. It's like, oh, sorry, man, I don't know. Better luck next time. Just like, it's so obvious too, like they're not even like lined up right. Like shittily photoshopped. When I say Photoshop, by the way, I mean MS Paint, because that's what I use. Not sophisticated enough for Photoshop. Don't have the license for Photoshop. Slow night for the cube. Usually these queues are pretty fast. Maybe it's because the days are like sort of starting to dwindle down a little bit. On day 1 of like the drafts though, they're like fucking popping off. Speaking of days, man, I'm so glad I'm off on Thursday because of the holiday. I'm so glad tomorrow is like kind of a Fake Friday, if you will. Worked through this weekend, so it's been like just the days have just been like molding together. You know when you like kind of work so many days in a row that you're just sort of like, what day is it again? Doesn't matter. Every day is the same. It's Groundhog's Day. All right. Yeah. I like this hand. Interesting. Must have a turn 2 play because I don't know why you'd cycle Miscalculation there. You cycle Miscalculation in the late game, typically. Your opponent has more mana than they know what to do with. Okay. Is it Charm? That can definitely go to the graveyard. The value off that Crucible with their Flooded Strand. I wonder if they have a lot of fetches. Fact or Fiction on the main phase. Well, any lands that go to their graveyard are basically like free lands, so you know they're more than willing to pitch those. Hangerback Walker does kind of suck for me, so I'd prefer it if they don't take Hangerback Walker. But you know, so does Solitude. I don't know, man. It's kind of tough. I guess I don't like super mind them having Mindslaver. They can't really do much with it. Yeah, let's do this. I think they're more willing to take the Mindslaver and Hangerback Walker. Yeah, because they're Crucible. Interesting that they main phased it though. Alright, let's ponder. That one in the graveyard. It's between Jace and Mind Sculptor, or Jace the Mind Sculptor and Chandra, like for the draw, I guess. Let's go. And then we'll play the lands. Through the Breach isn't totally amazing. I mean, they did take the Hangerback Walker, but I feel like they're going to play Mindslaver this turn. Oh, wait, they can't. They don't have 6 lands. So what, they Hangerback for 2? I mean, they do have 7 cards in hand, so what am I saying? They could easily... We know about 2 of them, but they could easily cast something else. It looks like they're playing 5 colors, but they might be like base blue. I can't really tell yet. Hangerback for just 1. For just 2? That's confusing to me. Oh man, Breach Ulamog isn't even really that great here, honestly. And it shuffles our Chandra away, so I really have to think about this, because they clearly just sacrificed, like, Hangerback Walker and maybe Skydiver. Eh. Might as well do it. Was kind of a mistake. I should have pitched Chandra to the graveyard, and my Rage Channeler would have been a 3/3. Surprised to see the block there. Well, they have this Crucible, so they're not out of the game. Okay. So we can put Island on top. And so what do we want to get rid of? I mean, I guess Bloodthirsty Adversary isn't amazing. Although it's probably just better than Muldrifter at this point in the game. So let's put Muldrifter on top here. It's kind of a slow controlling game, very calculated, very, I don't know, there's a lot of value going on. It's just kind of seeing who outvalues who at this point. I definitely have some cards in my sideboard, though. I'll probably bring in Needle Spires here, Wear Tear. We'll bring in Nahiri of our own, Avalanche Riders. Yeah, that Renin 6 is going to kill my Dragon's Rage Channeler, I think. It's fine. I think we can just go ahead and plus here, honestly. If I wanted to be really greedy, I could just cast the Ponder twice, but I think what I'm going to do is just cast the Chain Lightning and make sure that Renin 6 dies. It might not actually even resolve, honestly. We'll see. Plus here, see what they're gonna draw. Is it Signet? I'm gonna say no. Well, they've got the Flooded Strand. think I'm cool to just attack first. Planeswalkers are getting us a lot more value. They do have Mindslaver in their hand still. I'm really curious, like, I mean, they have 5 cards in their hand, 6 cards now. One of those is Mindslaver. I feel like they have to have, like, I don't know, something. I'd be interested in seeing what they're playing, like if I get to bribery them. But it does look like they're just playing like 5-color good stuff, base blue-white. Frantic Surge, sure. They can't draw more than 1, so I think they're just going to discard 2 cards here. Yeah. Everybody always forgets about Narset. Can't say I've never done that. There it is. Okay, yeah, it's just game, right? Alright, so we're definitely bringing in our own Nahiri and Wear and Tear. We'll take out a Mountain, we'll bring in Needle Spires. Cards that we can cut. I don't know exactly how good Unholy Heat is. We did see a Nahiri of their own, so we could consider just cutting the Grim Monolith here. It also kind of makes Upheaval worse, I guess. Not sure. Upheaval is just like really good if we get behind, so I could be wrong in that. I could see Flame Tongue Yearling not being good here. Suspicious Stowaway. Kind of medium, I guess. Oh yeah, we did say we were going to bring in Avalanche Riders too. Since they are a 5-color deck. Although, it's tough. Because we did see a Crucible of Worlds. It's not like they're like just dead to rights when this card comes into play. I suppose we could just play Ravages of War if we really want to get spicy. The fact that this says Planeswalker means that it's still relevant. I honestly think it might just be Grim Monolith, as hard as it is to cut that card. Because Grim Monolith, like, if with the right hand, we could turn one a Ragavan Dash. And that would be, like, really nice. I don't know. I'll take out Suspicious Stowaway. It's like the standard card, right? Stand's okay. I'll hang on to it. Fingerback Walker's interesting. I wonder if they're playing Tinker. I feel like it's just, it kind of blows my mind that they're just hardcasting this. I feel like you definitely want to kick it. There's their Crucible of Worlds. They don't have a fetch land this time. Oh boy, oh boy. You guys know what that means. Oh, we can cast that. God, Ragavan's so dumb. I know I keep saying it, but like, God, the card's so good. Yeah, they definitely are playing like some sort of Artifacts Matter. Oh, they're playing Armageddon, huh? That's cute. There's so many things we can do this turn. They definitely want to bring that Mindslaver back next turn. Like, that's their priority, right? They're going to sacrifice an artifact. They're going to want to do this. Let's see. I guess let's attack first. I don't know, guys. This is gonna be a tough one. Maybe we play Jace and like... let's just look at the top card of their library. It's a land. A land that taps for a color they don't have. I'm gonna say yes, I guess. We'll just play Ragavan. Even though they can run it into one of their own creatures. I definitely feel like the only real play here is to get back your Mindslaver. But I don't know, maybe they have something better? Yeah. The good thing is they don't really have like an amazing turn. Oh, well that was a misplay. They could have left up one of their Thopters and killed Ragavan. That's funny. I mean, they do get a couple of turns off this already. Here, now you see that the decision trees that I have to make. I know what I would do if I were them. Yeah, I guess that's one way. It's kind of funny how, like, Mindslaver is just like a card that says, like, try to misplay with your opponent's deck as hard as possible. Good, now attack. There you go. I didn't know if they were going to forget or not. Yep. Get ready. Good thing is they're not really doing anything on these turns, so like it's not like the end of the world. They do get to make me sacrifice all of my creatures. But that's about it. Yep, make me exile my Azorius Signet. I'm assuming they're going to like sneak attack in light or Ragavan and maybe Bloodthirsty Adversary. No, just bolt myself, sure. That works. Yeah, you have to pay that, otherwise you don't get to cast the spell. So that was good for me. That's kind of a cool little combo they've got going on, though. Duretti and Crucible Worlds. I think my opponent probably burned like 5 minutes off of their clock by like playing my deck. Yeah, I assume Nahiri's gonna bite the dust. Could be good for me. Interesting. We could go Solitude, or we could go... I rather like Flicker Wisp more. Unfortunately, we can't can't attack them with Ragavan. We have to keep them from taking another turn with Duretti. We just take 3 here? Yeah, I think so. Might seem greedy, but I mean, like, if they don't play a creature... Alright, looks like they will play a creature. Or something. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I think that's game. That's game. Okay, so we got to see a little bit more of what they're all about. Thundermaw Hellkite's kind of a blowout on the tokens that we saw at the end there. Kind of like that play. I saw a little bit more creatures from them this time around. So Flametongue Yearling could have some legs. Let's just cut the upheaval. not an amazing start or anything like that, but it's like functional, I guess. Yikes. Alright, no more lands, please. Yeah, I don't know. I think that's probably the best way to split it up. And obviously with this in their hand, we just wouldn't play any artifacts. I mean, that would just be the known factor. Thank you guys for the likes. Appreciate it. Sorry, Facebook doesn't necessarily notify me when people do like the stream. Alright, so they did take those. Well, we can't play the Grim Monolith. And we can't really play the Nahiri either, so I think I'm actually supposed to just shuffle this. Yeah, of course we drew a fucking land, because, you know, why wouldn't we? I mean, of course we could take the, you know, Grim Monolith there, but we know they have the, Thieving Skydiver in their hand. No good targets for Lightning Bolt. I'm probably just gonna cast this Ponder again. If we swing, they definitely block, but maybe not, I don't know. Yeah, I'm fine with that, actually. Oh, that's annoying. Definitely would have been a good time to have Narset into play. Our hand was a little bit passive, I guess, for this matchup. We need to be a little bit more proactive. There's their Crucible of Worlds. Yep. None of these cards are particularly enticing. Sneak attack is probably our best bet. But maybe we just take Chandra to keep the cards rolling, you know? Here he's not bad either. I think they might have a speed on the value here, though. Unfortunately. They have a pretty good, like, little Jeskai Artifacts Matter deck. And I guess they're splashing for green or something. We saw a forest in their deck earlier, I believe. Or maybe that's running into the last... I'm probably thinking of the last opponent. Either way, they're definitely Jeskai, and they... playing like the Mindslaver combo, which I like. Emery is like a good card in that deck too, if they have it. I saw Urza, not Emery. Could have missed it though. Alright, opponent, what you got? What you got? What you got? Spectral Possession, sure. All right. They do have the Mindslaver thing. I mean, she's gonna die regardless. Maybe I just say fine and... Man, it's kind of tough. We do have Thundermaw Hellkite in our deck. If we draw exactly Thundermaw, we can kill it already. I think I'm just supposed to let this go. Do we discard draw or do we minus on like Crucible of Worlds or something? Or no, sorry, it has to be a tapped artifact, so it would be Is It Signet? If we plus, they might not have enough, I mean, damage in one turn to kill our stuff. Minusing doesn't really help me too much, but plussing just gives me another card for them to cast. I guess I'll just minus here. Looks like this is going to be a rough few turns for me. There's Mindslaver. I mean, not like we have a whole lot going on over here. As you can see, opponent, you have a quite a few lands to choose from. Should you choose to play one. Alright, let's go ahead and queue into another one. Yeah, they just outvalued us. Maybe I should have been a little bit more on the aggressive side. I kind of felt like I had... maybe I underestimated their strategy a little bit. I kind of felt like I could win with what I had, but... Clearly, like, their deck was actually very well positioned against, like, a Through the Breach, sneak attack type deck. You know, they had, like, a lot of tokens for Annihilator triggers. They had flyers to block. You know, the Mindslaver combo made it to where they could sort of, like, manipulate our combo a little bit, make sure we discard the important cards, that sort of thing. So, had a pretty cool deck. It seemed good. Definitely not the opener we had yesterday. Yesterday we drafted Is It Kiki Jiki? And it's not a deck that I normally draft, but it had like 5 counterspells in it and a bunch of other good stuff, in addition to the combo. And we 3-0-9-0'd that league, or 3-0-6-0'd, sorry, not 9. We 3-0-6-0'd that league, and then the night before, we did the same thing with a Reanimator deck, but it was mono black, which was interesting. Whenever I draft Reanimator, I typically, like, go, like, blue-black or red-black, not never just mono, but it worked out. It was really good. In fact, it was probably one of the better Reanimator decks I've drafted in this cube. I've had some better ones, though. Occasionally you do just get, like, Black Lotus and, like, a bunch of good cards and just go off. That's the dream, right? You can open up a Black Lotus, then you're good. Whatever you draft, the games that you start with that card in your hand, you should win. Yep. Alright, we're almost there. Tomorrow's stream is going to be core set drafts, so if you guys are interested, we're going to be playing some Magic Arena. They have core set drafts on there, and I do, as weird as it sounds, I do love core set draft, because core is like usually all about like very vanilla cards, like nothing really spectacular or anything like that. So in my opinion, like, it's just so pure, because all of the games are lengthy and they're grindy, and like it's just a lot of vanilla creatures attacking, and I don't know, like your rares really shine, your deck synergy like really shines. Like, it's not just like, you don't just get these absurd starts where, like, you know, in Vintage Cube, it's just the game. It was never a game because your opponent like turn 1 channeled you into like Emrakul or something. There's a pack 1 pick 1 Grizzlebrand, which is pretty damn good. Wise man once said, you open Grizzlebrand and pack 1, pick 1, you always go Reanimator. That was me, I said that. I'm just playing. Okay. There's a Corpse Dance in this pack. There's also a Bribery, which is pretty good. But if I'm Reanimator, I'm more interested in this Corpse Dance. Because it hits Eldrazi, and that's kind of important. Also a Gitaxian Probe, Golgari Signet, Shriek Maw. We're going to take the Reanimation spell. Verdant Catacombs or Ancient Tomb. I think we just take the Ancient Tomb here. Spellseeker's not bad either. She can go and get a Reanimation spell. But Ancient Tomb is fast mana and we need that. There's also a Terracodon in that pack, which is obviously very good. Good card to reanimate. I feel like I'm always fucking drafting Reanimator on stream. Like, people are like, God damn, does this dude ever draft another deck? It's just the same thing over and over again. I'll be interested to see what colors we go, though. If we splash color at all, we might just want to go... I think mono black is very viable. If you can get the cards for it. There's like a ton of discard outlets. Pretty much all of the reanimation spells. Alright, so there's an Imperial Seal in this pack. Not really seeing anything else. Dark Petition. So we're definitely taking Imperial Seal. A Cabal Ritual. There's a Woodfall Primus. Show and Tell is interesting. I like the fast mana. Definitely taking Exhume, 100%. We need some discard outlets here. We'll see if we get some. So far, so good, though. We have passed a couple of decent creatures. But there's plenty of big creatures to go around. There's Living Death. There's Lotus Petal, which I like a lot. Yeah, we'll take the Lotus Petal. Lotus Petal is really good for multiple reasons. Obviously, it's good because, like, you know, you want to go fast with this deck, but also, like, if you do resolve a Grizzlebrand, the more cards that you have that you can cast after you draw 7 means, like, it could be game that turn. I like Hymn of Turok, but there's also Recurring Nightmare, which is very important. I'm gonna take the Recurring Nightmare. We need to make sure that we get some creatures, though. We need a, like, Pack Rat, we need Putrid Imp, we need creatures that we can sacrifice to Recurring Nightmare, otherwise it's kind of unplayable. Survival of the Fittest is interesting, because it is a discard outlet. Although I don't typically go black-green when I go Reanimator. Also Scarab God, but he's a little slow. I think I'm gonna take Survival of the Fittest. Maybe if we take Survival, we can do something neat with, like, do something neat with Oath of Druids. There's a Garruk and a Shriek Maw. Shriek Maw is probably just a good sideboard card. I don't know if I'm gonna be in green yet, so I'll probably just take Shriek Maw. Yeah, I guess it's just this guy, huh? It's either that or Creeping Tar Pit. Not really huge on bringing this creature back, though. It's not terrible. I don't know. Alright, I'll take a Dark Petition. Show and Tell or Inkwell Leviathan. Show and Tell is a good sideboard card. Inkwell we can probably just bring back if we need to, like in a pinch. Atark is a really good one, actually. I almost took that damn Blackleaf Cliffs. Lucky me. And Living Death isn't really a card that I'm super stoked on, but we'll see. The Deluge I like a lot. Gilded Goose could be okay if we do end up leaning into that Golgari. Just take Deluge here. Liliana's really, really good. It's a little slow, but I mean, we could technically play it on turn 1. Take Liliana. Bizarre Baghdad will likely wheel. There's not a ton in this pack that I like. So we'll take Bizarre Baghdad. The key is to count Bizarre Baghdad as a card in your deck because it can't tap for anything other than, you know, obviously milling your cards, but it's very important to this deck to churn through cards. There's a Time Twister. I'm not really in blue. I think I'm just going to be mono black, but we'll see. Right, there's a Natural Order, which is interesting. Lotus Bloom is okay. Bob is kind of asking to get got. Trying to think of like how good Natural Order could be. We pick up Natural Order, we're kind of committing to green. We bring in the Survival of the Fittest. We have to get mana dorks and stuff, and I just don't think I'm really about that life. Lotus Bloom is like super duper fucking slow. I don't know. Maybe I just take Seething Song. There's Una's Prowler. We definitely needed that. There's a Badlands in case it comes around again. We'll see. Oath of Druids is an interesting one. But I think I'm going to take Iona. Caracas is actually really good too. I doubt it's going to come back around. But we'll take Iona. Iona is often like just game over. I need me a Putrid Imp. Maybe like a Rotting Regisaur. Entomb would be very good. I'm not 100% sold on this Huntmaster, but we'll see. There's the Entomb. Alright, perfect. Yeah, I truly do think that like Mono Black Reanimator might just be like the fucking truth. I'm just taking these rituals because we have a couple of them already. Or really we have a few of them, and we might actually be able to make some sort of like hybrid storm deck, although I'm not really looking to lean into that, but I mean it is definitely a possibility. We did see Yawgmoth's Will. So there's a possibility, especially with cards like Bizarre Baghdad and all this other shit. Alright, maybe it's just Infernal Grasp. I don't like playing a large quantity of removal spells in my Reanimator decks. But Inferno Titan isn't exactly like the card that I'm looking to fucking reanimate either. So I guess I'll just bring it in. It's not the best, but... None of these cards really speak to me. Maybe Gilded Lotus, I don't know. Let's just take Bob, I guess. Those last picks were pretty weak. So ideally at this point I would like to get like a little bit more reanimation spells, a little bit more discard outlet, and like maybe one or two more good targets to reanimate. I know, man. I was just saying how like I was like people are gonna think that I just always draft Reanimator at this point. Like I'm incapable of drafting anything else. I promise it's not the case. I pack one, picked one, a Grizzlebrand, and we kind of went from there. But this one isn't, it's not looking bad, but it needs some work for sure. We're likely not going to get any power here. I'm not super hype on any of these cards, in all honesty. Unburial Rites is like super fucking slow, but we can Entomb for it. So it's not awful. Yeah, I guess we just take it. Alrighty. Shieldred's okay. Ulamog's cool if you can do it at instant speed. We don't really have that. All we have is like Corpse Dance right now. It might end up wheeling. More than likely going to pick the Shieldred here. It's between that and like Duress. How's it going, Magic the Simpson? You doing any drafts lately? It's between that and like Orzhov Signet for me, I think. We'll take the Shieldred. Bitter Blossom is not awful. It gives us something for Recurring Nightmare. There's also just Dismember, but it goes against my rule of like drafting a bunch of fucking removal spells in my Reanimator deck. It's just what I don't want to do. I could lean more into this Red Splash. I swear they fucking worded this so poorly. I'll take the Seasoned Pyromancer. I think I might be able to play red. There's an Elish Norn. There's also Liliana, which is, you know, pretty good. Do we think Elish Norn is going to wheel? Playing my own Reanimator deck right now. Oh, sweet. What colors are you? Obviously you're in black, but just curious like what your I typically like, I don't know. I don't always try to play mono black, but like mono black seems to be like pretty good in this time around. It's a Collective Brutality. Also Emrakul, but again, I just don't think we... Yeah, I'm going to take the Collective Brutality. Pyroclasm or Gruul Signet. It's also Hero's Downfall, but meh. Griselbrand and Fauna Shaman. Oh, Grist and Fauna Shaman. Okay, so it's more like a mid-range, like, sort of value. Yeah, Abzan. That's cool. I've drafted like similar decks to pretty good success actually. There's some cool like mid-rangey sort of value reanimator decks out there. I feel like there's an Animate Dead in the same pack as fucking Ashen Rider, of course. There's Through the Breach and Putrid Imp. Putrid Imp. Alright, we'll take Chupa for the side. The only card that can reanimate Ulamog is Corpse Dance, so I don't think we can do that. Take Orzhov Signet. I don't know if I'm going to play it, though. Tried to stay mono black. I don't know. Want to see how it plays. Oh, no. I mean, it just depends on what you see, right? Like, for me, you know, I didn't necessarily try to stay mono black. It just sort of happened. And, I didn't get any of, like, the powerhouse creatures that I, like, wanted to. I'm actually not sure how it's going to play out, but we'll see. I do think I have enough creatures to bring back to where it's, like, probably fine. Let's see, we have 23 cards, basically. You know, part of me wanted to play red. Like, I could play red and play, like, these cards and just get rid of, like, Infernal Grasp. I mean, I think it's fine. Maybe I should try to fit this Inkwell Leviathan into my deck. Drop the Infernal Grasp for it or something. Chris is kind of all you need. Yeah, I mean, Crystal Dad's good. It's not the end-all be-all, but like it should be game if you can get an early Griselbrand. We have room for another card, and so we can play that Infernal Grasp. Right. Oh, no, that's not true, because Bizarre Baghdad is not... We're not counting that as a land. Yeah. Could run a Plains for Unburial Rites, but we do have Lotus Petal. Did we get a Shambling Vent? I don't think so. Saw Marsh Flats earlier. No, there's Orzhov Signet. Do I want to cut a swamp for Orzhov Signet? Just play 16 lands, essentially. Yeah, I'm cool with that. Yeah, I mean, like, don't get me wrong. He was my pack one, pick one for a reason. It's definitely like a Reanimator deck without Griselbrand feels kind of bad. It's certainly doable with the right cards, but yeah, like there's not really like a better creature to bring back early. He's like the go-to, because then what I was saying earlier is like if you have a bunch of rituals in your deck, like that's kind of why I was like grabbing some rituals too along the way when I didn't see any good cards, because I was like, if you grab enough of these, then when you reanimate Gristlebrand, like it really is game over, because then you can just draw 14 cards and like ritual a bunch of times and breach in a Titan too. But unfortunately we didn't really get there. We saw some Titans, but I just never saw like a good opportunity. Like there was a moment where I thought about going Golgari and like Survival of the Fittest, which is a discard outlet, into like Oath of Druids and some other stuff, but I think the deck would have been worse. Oh man, all this deck is, or all this hand's missing is like a big fat creature to bring back. Gotta ship it back. That sucks. Do not counter this. You bastard. Come on, man. Why you gotta do that? What? Should we just do Recurring Nightmare? Or should we do like Exhume? To play around days or something? Let's do Exhume just to be safe. You also owe me a Bagheera from last time. Not last stream. Okay, Percy, let me go find Bagheera. I think he's in jail. Let's go to our, obviously opponent's not gonna play anything. They could discard something Una's Prowler and like fucking get me. Let's attack first. See what they do. Obviously take the damage, right? This isn't gonna get countered. No way. Yay. Is it super greedy to draw 7 more cards here? Sure, but we're doing it. Discard Shieldred and Atarka. Oh yeah, get that the fuck out of here. Yeah. We're good. We'll go get Bagheera. This game's almost over. They're gonna scoop here probably. And then we'll go get Bagheera. Yeah, I think one of the most important things to do when you're playing Reanimator is just be completely comfortable with going to 5. Don't accept a hand that's just like kind of there, but not really. That was one of like the biggest reasons for my success when I played in like the Open in Atlanta. I was playing Legacy for the first time, and I did pretty good with Reanimator. I beat some like good players, definitely better than me at Legacy, but I just managed to get there from being a complete and total scumbag at Reanimator. I didn't do anything wrong. I played Reanimator, and that's what made me a scumbag. Oop. Sorry about that, guys. Hopefully that actually... I was going to get Bagheera playing Percy. My light fell. Alright, hang on one second, I'll go get him. I don't know where he's at, though.
And look at the sweet prize I won.
Oh snap! Thanks for following Geeky Jackson. Geeky Jackson is the is second on the leaderboard, right next to J-Bro. He's been killing it lately. Congratulations, by the way. Well done. I was watching your stream a little bit today. I was lurking. I didn't say anything, but I was watching you play. I see you draft mono white a lot. All right, Percy, you satisfied? Didn't know you were tuning in to a cat stream, did you? The real reason oh my god. Nah, I'm just playing. I don't blame you. Anybody who doesn't say that Bagheera is the reason they watch is lying. I'm okay with that. He's the star of the show. I just work here. Do I want to change anything about this? This is fine, right? Beat Storm, nice. Does anyone really beat Storm, or does Storm just beat itself? This hand is super good, but we are just missing a big creature once again. I'm trying to think maybe if there's a way that I can cast this Dark Petition fast. I don't know. I think I'm supposed to ship this one. We do have a... Yeah, I think this is fine, actually. It's a little slow, but I think it's fine. Yeah. So if we don't draw a land here... Yeah, I think I have Geeky followed. Oh, damn it. My arch nemesis. Do I have an answer to a Relic of Virginitas in my deck? Let's see. Yikes. Alright. So I think my answer to Relic of Virginitas is making my opponent use it and then making them not have it the next time. Let's just get a swamp here. Yeah, if I don't have you followed, I'm pretty sure I do have you followed now, Geeky Jackson, but if I don't, I'm gonna follow you on Twitter. Pretty sure I followed you earlier, though. But excellent run, very good job. Yep, I have you followed. I think I actually followed you today. I wish I could say this is the first time I've ever lost to Relic of Progenitus, but we're probably in the hundreds at this point, and I'm not just talking about this format. I mean, like, across multiple formats. This card single-handedly just absolutely annihilated me. I'm just gonna play the Orzhov Signet this turn. Next turn, I'll collect a Brutality, and I think I'm just gonna pitch Iona. No. They're probably gonna take Brutality, I would assume. Maybe they take Exhume, I don't know. I could see either one. I mean, if I rip a land, then taking the Collective Brutality is kind of bad, but I might not. Bizarre Baghdad. Aw, oh, damn it. What is happening? This sucks though because they just exile in response. If I had like drawn Bizarre Baghdad, that would have been perfect. But unfortunately, we just did not do that. Interesting. I mean, I guess it really doesn't matter. But that being said, if they do tap out to play Geist of St. Traff, then we can always just, you know, rip that young Bizarre Baghdad. Yep. As you say. No. They drew the land. Not supposed to do that. Sure. Why risk it, right? I think if I don't rip something good, I'm gonna just go ahead and scoop this one up. Yeah. I mean, I suppose I'm like on the right trajectory to cast Grizzlebrand, right? Like, we're 3 mana away. We could hypothetically go like draw one of our ritual spells or something. It's not impossible. And if we can put some creature, or if we can put some stuff in the way of this, like maybe like draw a Liliana or something to that effect, we might be able to make something happen. It is comforting to know we are playing Liliana the Veil. When we see a card like this. God damn. Alright. Got a Jite. Banner Skull. Okay. Well. It would have been good a turn ago. Opponent respecting the Reanimator. Assuming the angel's coming at me. Don't know if this is like a matchup where I want to bring in actual interaction. Not sure. Not sure. Here you go. What? Okay. I'm pretty sure they know the contents of my hand. But that's okay. Yeah. They left up 4 mana, which is interesting. I'm only playing this game because, like, we're not totally out of it. Like, we do have cards that are, like, actually relevant. Until they play something that makes me, like, yeah, there's no way I'm coming back from this. I just feel like I have to play it out. We have 5 mana Liliana. What is this? A cantrip? Okay. Dark Typhoon, sure. So get a 2/2. And if they draw a land, then they get sort of Body and Mind, which actually is pretty bad against me. We have a turn to make something happen here. Yeah. GG's. Okay. I don't know. What do you guys think? Definitely think I could afford to play some interaction. I mean, I just don't know like what to really cut here. I mean, especially on the play, like I really don't like to play a lot of interaction in my reanimator decks, but like maybe like Dark Petition's a little too slow or something. Could also see cutting a card like Inkwell Leviathan. It's probably our worst target. Could cut Inkwell for like Ravenous Chupacabra. It's also, Ravenous Chupacabra is not a bad card with Recurring Nightmare. Yeah.
It's been a long time. I shouldn't have left you without a strong rhyme to step to. Think of how many weeks shows you slept through. I'm sorry I kept you thinking of this. You keep repeating your
This is pretty good. So we would put a reanimation spell on top, right? Or I don't think of how this works. We get Lotus Petal on top. No, because either way. Lead on Bazaar. I could. I worry about Relic of Progenitus. Feel like I should lead on Swamp and Imperial Seal for like a reanimation spell. I mean, I don't know. I play Cabal Ritual, but that's it. And also Lotus Petal. So there's some interesting stuff. I mean, I feel like I lead on Swamp and then Imperial Seal for like Exhume or something. We'll see. I wish I had reanimate, like literally reanimate. I think it's just Exhume here. I know it's a turn 3 Grizzlebrand, and that's gross, but it might just be the play. Hypothetically, right? I can play Bizarre next turn and then hope I hit like a Lotus Petal.
Why I came to teach those who can't say my name. First of all, I'm the soloist, the soul controller. Rock him, get stronger as I get older. Constant elevation, cause expansion. I write my rhymes while I cool in my mansion. They put it on tape and in the city I test it. Then on the radio, the R's requested. You listen to it, the concept might break you. Cause almost anyone can relate to whoever's at
So close.
I'ma give them handles, light them up, blow them out like candles. Or should I just let them melt? To give them a hand so they can see how I felt. I'm not bold just cause I rock gold. Rock him is on the mic, and you know I got soul. Soul.
Do we need the Cabal Ritual?
Now I'ma stop to see what you got. Get off the mic before it get too hot. I wanna see which posse can dance the best. It should be easy cause the beat is fresh. Now I'm uptown, Brooklyn bound, the Bronx, Queens, or Long Island sound. Even other states come right and exact. It ain't where you're from, it's where you're at. Since you came here, you have to show and prove and do that dance until it don't move.
Our opponent, do not play Relic of Virginitas.
The rest is up to you. Rock him or say peace.
That's good. Maybe I play Lotus Petal and play around days. I don't know. I don't really have anything else I can do right now, so we'll just pitch a couple of cards that we can't cast. This was kind of an awkward hand, but overall, like, it pretty much worked out. Now I'm debating on whether or not I want to draw 7 here. I think I do. What would I be looking for, though? Sorry, guys. I'm pretty sure I, like, have this game in the bag, but I just want to make sure that I'm, like, doing the most optimal things. So, like, you either look for a Tarka. I just don't have, like, a super game-winning spell to bring back, so I guess we just... Yeah, we'll just draw 7 here. Go to 4. Let's see what we're working with here. Shielder is on my upkeep, right? It'll let on brutality there. I think we're fine. I'll see if they have something like a Caracas or like a bounce spell.
Yeah. That's the breaks. Clap your hands, everybody. This is Curtis Blow. Saying these are the breaks. You heard? Clap your hands, everybody.
Probably didn't play this game like super optimally, but it worked out overall, I think. Okay.
Your hands, everybody. You know I got what it takes. 'Cause I'm Curtis Blow, and y'all need to know that these are the breaks. You know I got what it takes. These are the breaks.
Ooh, want to pitch here. White Chupa, huh? Alright, they've got nothing. Just gonna go with that cycling the Shark Typhoon. And then of course we've got a Chupacabra, so we'll bring that back. Well, they'll have to sacrifice it anyway. They're in a rough spot. Maybe I should have drafted like one Eldrazi Titan. For like this circumstance right here. Like just a closer, you know? Yep. You are allowed to do that. Alright. Let's jam another one, and we'll see if we have time for a third, because we are getting a little low on time. I think I'm going to cut this Inkwell Leviathan and just play, like, Chupacabra. I like that. I liked having the option. Still don't know if it's right to be in mono black and maybe not, like, you know, run these cards. I like the idea of, like, rituals. We could, you know, do something crazy all in one turn, but it seems a little too all in, and I think I'm just missing too many pieces to make it good. Also, double red is kind of rough. We do have a Gruul Signet, but and Lava Claw reaches, but overall I think it's like it would just make our deck like objectively worse. I think we have enough tools to make this work. Our creature suite is a little underpowered, but as long as we have Gristlebrand, we're in good shape. J-Bro's still going, huh? I see him streaming right now. He's absolutely crushing. I love watching people, like, I gotta tune into Geeky Jackson's stream more. I was watching him a little bit today, but I was distracted by work. But I love watching people who are like really good at this draft and like their thought processes and stuff. Yeah, I think we can keep this. Okay. We played Bizarre Baghdad this turn. A whole month until the next cube? Jesus, I didn't know that. That kind of sucks. I thought there was something after this, but then again, like, we all know how good WotC is at, you know, updating their fucking website with, like, a simple schedule. This just goes to show, like, how, like, mentally checked out of, Magic Online they are. I'll probably be doing, like, some core set drafts and stuff, I think, in the meantime, and just, I don't know, just bullshitting around. I really need to get back into Constructed. Let's see, what do we want to pitch here? I don't really need Una's Prowler. Alright. Respect the days. Don't care about the other cubes as much. Okay, so like Vintage Cube is like your jam. I was surprised at how much I enjoyed Classic Cube. And I honestly like all of the cubes for the most part. Some of the cubes I'm not so sure about, like the Teamer Cube and Bant Cube. Like, they're fun, but they get a little repetitive. And just the fact that, you know, you're playing against other people playing the same cards, like a lot of the same cards, is like a little weird. Not that it doesn't, you know, kind of go deep, I guess. Do we want to, like, instep Corpse Dance or something, or do we want to just animate that here? Just like, are cool to main phase this. See if they have any counter magic, any more counter magic. I mean, they have 4 cards in hand. They left all their mana up. They have a lot of it too. I mean, that wasn't a terrible trade. Yep. Yep. We draw 3 up to 8, discard 2. We can cast the Ball Ritual. And we would have 6 mana, which would allow us to Corpse Dance and Deluge. Provided they don't, you know, like counterspell us or something. Oh no, that doesn't work the way I wanted it to. I just realized I pitched having a stupid Cabra. Why did I do that, dude? Oh, it's bad. Oh, that was the first misplay of the night, for sure. Opponent's name is very fitting. I'm tilted. I had that game. Why did I do that? It's okay. I kind of like autopiloted when I bizarred, and like I just didn't think about the stipulation on corpse dance, and like should have thought more about it, honestly. This might actually be a decent matchup for Living Death. Okay, come on, Moto. Oh, that was silly of me. So what are we gonna take out? Take out Dark Petition. Words off Sicknet's not absolutely necessary. This is like one of those hands that like could easily work out, and it could also like bite me in the ass. So like we can Imperial Seal for whatever we need if we hit one card off of Baghdad. Like I think it's fine. Sure. Yeah, I definitely feel like I should have won that last game, but it's my own fault. Shouldn't have pitched Chupacabra. Could have easily. And now we can Imperial Seal. Might get days, we'll see. Alright. Not the best, not the worst. Okay, so they have 2 mana up. We'll play around days. It's not like a game-winning play by any means, but it's not bad. They are playing blue. I mean, maybe there's some validity to Inkwell Leviathan. Just like cut the Chupacabra here. Yeah, that's about as good as it gets, I would say. Okay. All right. Again, Inkwell Leviathan's not like a super game-winning card by any means, but I mean, it is a 3-turn clock. And I don't think they have an answer for it. Alright. I like those changes that we made at the end there. I think that was probably the right call. Sometimes I feel like I build a deck initially in Cube and then like I play it a couple of games and then I'm just like, I realize how I misbuilt the deck initially, I guess. Would be like I don't know if that's really a word, but you know what I mean. I realize where I could have made better card choices or, you know, things that I had like maybe should have prioritized a little bit more. And I think for me, it's not necessarily like a negative thing. It's kind of like, it feels good to like sort of figure that out. It's like, oh, okay, like if I would have drafted that, this deck would have been like way better. And I just feel like it's just part of learning. This hand has like all of our big creatures in it and like no enablers. Would it be crazy to Imperial Seal for a Bazaar of Baghdad? Or is that like really bad? I feel like the well would run dry like pretty fast. But on the other hand, we might be looking at a turn 3 creature here. I'm gonna go to 5. As much as I would love to keep Collective Brutality in my hand, I think it has to be Una's Prowler. With Recurring Nightmare being our reanimation spell. My least favorite one. And we just have to like pray our opponent doesn't have like really any interaction. I don't know. Okay. Kind of like exactly what I'd hoped for. Excellent, excellent. Do I just block this? I think I do, right? It might discard a card here. Keep him alive. No? Okay. I was about to say, if they had Collective Brutality or something, like, rip me. I guess that was kind of a dumb block, because I get to bring back their Kythian anyway. Play Bazaar, but it doesn't really do anything for me. I could also just kill both of these creatures. I think I'm just going to do that. Of course, we know we have an answer for that. I don't need to get too flashy here. Okay, so our opponent's playing like just mono white Care Bears. I mean, hate bears. I guess they don't have like the actual hate bear element to it, so this is kind of like Care Bears. I mean, if we, well, I guess their oars off, huh? Do I want to bring in any kind of interaction for this matchup? This is one where Inkwell Leviathan can probably come out. Just kind of a medium creature. Just bring in the Chupacabra. Do I want to run Infernal Grasp? Worth considering. Maybe I could have landed on the draw. Is that terrible? Nah, I'm fine with it. Not gonna bring in any removal. That's a trap. Aerial Seal. I mean, we have a really nasty curve with this hand, but unfortunately it just doesn't really do anything. Like, we can Imperial Seal for like a collective brutality, kill whatever they play. Curve into Liliana, into the Ravenous Chupacabra, but I feel like that's just bad. Well, it's not bad, but like it's not great. In the mulligan. Jeez. Oh my god. Do we go to 4? Or do we just like keep this on good faith? I think I keep it on good faith. They're playing mono white, so if we play Iona, it's lights out. No, they're playing black too. That's right, I keep forgetting. Okay. Man, that first hand is looking pretty keepable with what they kept. Oh, maybe not. Force the issue, make them like crack it and kill my Orzhov Signet. Yeah. Sure. Oh yeah. That's what we needed. What the fuck did they keep? I guess I just sold back Chupacabra for the Mishra's Factory. Is this happening? Yeah. Oh, baby. Wait, what the hell? I think that's I think that was a bug. Sure. You have to discard down to 3. Ooh. Could make him discard down to 1 if I wanted to. I'm not gonna do that. This is looking like a 3-0. Oh, okay. Well. I can exhume my Titan, but they get their Titan too. That's not cool, man. Yeah, maybe I should have considered that possibility. All comes down to this. Block it, you know you want to. Oh man, we're one mana shy. Suppose I could have discarded Grizzlebrand and exhumed it, but I don't know, man. That's risky because they have a Skyclave Apparition to get back with their damn thing. And I don't want to discard Grizzlebrand just yet, and I can almost hardcast it. Oh my god, stop. Do not remove this. Do not. You always have it. No. We go out on our own terms. Oh, it doesn't let me. Doesn't let me die with Grizzlebrand. Okay. I think we're fine. I went to like fucking 5 that game and kept like a pretty terrible hand. Not quite. It's close, but not quite. We need this to be a reanimator spell. This one's good. Iona probably just names white, I would assume. Alright, what you got? I mean, they could have removal. Trophy. Another one. Barely on the map. We fought hard for that one. That was not an easy trophy like the last few. Good games, good games. I'm gonna wrap it up there, guys. We're already past time, but that's okay. Really had fun, really enjoyed it. Always happy to get trophies on stream. I think the last few times we got a few. So glad to be delivering on those. That one was not as easy as the previous ones, but still pretty fun. Just goes to show that you don't really need the best creature suite to win with these reanimator decks. You just need like a few good ones. Grizzlebrand obviously helps immensely. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna call it a night. Thank you everyone who stopped by. Geeky Jackson, appreciate it. Magic the Simpsoning, always a pleasure. Percy, and everybody else watching. We will be back online tomorrow, probably around 7:30 p.m. Eastern again. Plan to stream some Arena that day. Just do some core set drafts and just kick back, have some fun. Yeah, that's about it. Hope you guys have a great rest of your night, great rest of your week, and I'll be sure to catch your stream next time you go live, Geeky. Again, appreciate you stopping by.